buildings are important for a college, but what happens inside the buildings are more important for a college. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate each and every graduate here. You are all sitting here with very happy faces. I can see a lot of smiles around. This is a wonderful evening where you are going to get your degree certificate. The convocation function is meant for that, to honor you for so many years of hard work and effort which has come to fruition now. This college was founded by our chairman, Mr. Shanmugan. And it's an extraordinary effort which he has put in, creating so many institutions and lighting the lamp in so many thousands of families. When each of this graduate goes and earns, each family becomes better. So at this juncture, let's give a big round of applause to our founder chairman, who has done a marvelous job of, creating such institutions and giving an opportunity for all of us. And he is not alone. He is ably supported by dynamic secretaries, his family members. When I say family members, not just his sons and wife, the entire family is sitting here. Let's give a big round of applause to all the CEO, deans, HODs, advisor, principal. They are working together as a great team. That's the most important part. That's what I started off with saying. Buildings are important, but people are more important. What goes on in the building is more important. So, I wanted to congratulate Nanda Engineering College for obtaining the autonomy status. It's a wonderful celebration. And I'm very glad to know that they have caught on to it. They have introduced the flexible faculty system where the students can choose their teachers. It's a wonderful system. It's going to put a lot of pressure on the faculty. I'm glad. I'm sure teachers are prepared for the challenge. And puts a lot of choice and power in the hands of students. I know you have all already graduated, but you are going to probably envy your juniors. And most importantly, now they have the flexibility to change the curriculum, to introduce innovations. And they have already done it. They are just 2 years old in autonomy. They have introduced project-based learning. They have introduced the innovation club. They have introduced proctor scheme. And most important of all, project-based learning. Now it's very important that we apply what we know. It's no use if you just study and not apply it. You are studying for applying it. So such project-based learning, etc., is going to give tremendous advantage to Nanda Engineering College. And I congratulate all of you for not only getting the autonomy status, but putting it to use. It's very, very important. I wanted to congratulate all of you in this juncture. First of all, to the graduates, I wanted to give you some career advice. I have been working in the industry, in the software industry earlier in United States, and I've had the experience of dealing with industries after coming back to India, with all the top software industries and other core industries. So I know a thing or two which I can share it with you. First of all, you should know something about everything and everything about something. What I mean by that is you should become an expert in at least one area. You should fully know about it. Let's say you are a software engineer. Then let's say you want to focus on database management systems. You should become a guru, whether it's Oracle or any other latest operating, DBMS. You got to become thorough about it. So people should come and ask you, what should I do? So you should become an expert in one area. But that's not enough. If you are a professional, you should know something about everything. So that's where I want you to, be in touch with the rest of the world, whether it's through newspapers or television or internet. Know what's going on around you. So it's very important that you follow that. And then my next career tip is about being a good team player. All of you are working, probably many of you are working in the IT industry or other mechanical and core industries. What do your managers look for? One of the important qualities is teamwork. One of the famous authors, Stephen Covey, he has written that when we are born, when in our early years, 10, less than 10, etc., we are dependent. We are dependent on our parents. We are dependent on so many people. But then comes teenage, 14, 15, 16. You think you are independent. Independent of everything. I am not dependent on anyone, I am on my own. But then later in life, you realize that you are interdependent. From dependency, you move on to independence, and then you realize that you cannot be independent, you have to be interdependent. You have to depend on each other. So that's where teamwork comes into play. You need to make sure you play well together as a team, and I would suggest you to volunteer for even uninteresting assignments which can be given to your team. That way you will be in the good books of your boss. And another important career tip is networking. I'm not talking about computer networks here. I'm talking about social networking, not just on your Facebook and WhatsApp. You got to be in the real world, meet people. You got to be in touch with your colleagues, both working in your company as well as other companies, attend conferences and seminars and workshops where you can meet and develop contacts. That will be very useful, especially in a downtime when companies could lay off. You should be able to reach your contact book and start calling people. So you cannot be a frog in the well. Don't be a frog in the well. You got to mix up with everybody and develop contacts. Have a strong network. Use LinkedIn. It's a very good professional networking tool. So that's one of the important tips I can give you. Let me just break into a small parable, a small story. A professor, English professor, took a parisal, wanted to cross the river. So he took a parisal. He was very haughty. So he got into that boat, and there was a fisherman who was rowing the boat, the parisal, and as it goes into the river, the English professor asks, "Have you read Shakespeare's dramas, the drama plays?" Poor fisherman. He says, "Sir, Shakespeare and theriyadu, onnum theriyadu, idella enna kekadinga." So he was very, very gloating. He said, "You have wasted 25% of your life because you haven't read Shakespeare's dramas." So he didn't keep quiet, the professor. After some more time, he's asking, "Have you read Keats' poems, the wonderful English poems?" Again, the poor fisherman, he says, "Sir, எனக்கு சாப்பாட்டுக்கே வழி இல்லை. How will I read Keats' poems?" He was very, very happy. See, Look at this. You have wasted 50% of your life not reading Keats' poems. And then the boat moves on. You know what happens? There's a leak in the boat. The water is gushing inside. Now it's the fisherman's turn. Sir, Professor Sir, do you know swimming? He says, Ayyo, enakku swimming theriyade. Now he said, sir, you are going to waste 100% of your life. What is the lesson learnt here? Be pragmatic. Be practical. You got to learn what is required for your life, your career. That's more important than everything else. So I want you to think practical. Be up to date on your subject knowledge, because especially in the IT industry, things keep changing every day. You could be left out. And I also want you to think entrepreneurship in the future. Not now. You need to stay in your field, get your experience, but eventually you should think of starting something on your own. Take for example our chairman. He has started something on his own. So many people, hundreds of people are getting employment. So many families are benefiting. Take him as a role model. You can start some industry or anything. You should have that in your back of your mind. Someday you should think about it and start something on your own and provide employment to others. They say, I'm sure it's going to be filled with challenges. When I talked to him, he told me about the challenges he faced as an entrepreneur when he started the college. How many challenges he would have faced, whether it's from government or whether it's from so many other institutions, organizations. But challenges actually make life interesting. Overcoming them makes life meaningful. சோதனைகளையெல்லாம் சாதனையாக்க வேண்டும். So it's very important that you don't feel discouraged by challenges in life. Challenges keep coming. Apart from career, I also wanted to mention that it is nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. முக்கியமாக இருப்பது நல்லது, அதைவிட நல்லவராக இருப்பது முக்கியம். Because right now you are all young at junior positions, but as you grow up in your life, when you work hard, you are going to become more famous by growing up in your career ladder. You are going to become the boss, you are going to become a director and other positions. But never let all that importance surrounding you get to your head. You should always maintain your level head and treat everybody well, be nice to others. And of course, one personal request which I have for all of you is don't get into any kind of bad habits like smoking or alcohol. Treat your body as a temple. It's very important that you maintain your health, because it's very easy, especially in the modern day life, in urban life. Alcohol can easily reach you. Don't give in to it. Don't give in to such peer pressure. It's very important that you maintain your body as a temple and keep it clean. No toxic substance inside the body. And it's very important that you keep fit, because a healthy mind requires a healthy body. After a long time, I'm coming to Erode. I don't even remember when I came to Erode last. இந்த நாட்டுக்கே ஒரு மாபெரும் தலைவரை தந்த இடம் இந்த ஈரோடு. பெரியார். He has been a role model for lakhs and lakhs together of people. You should be all proud that you are also from this soil, which has given such a great leader to this nation. Not just nation, world. He has fought against so many social evils. Of course, his fight against organized religion and God and etc., that could be controversial. But then, his fight for equal rights for women is something extraordinary. அவர் ஒரு பெண்ணுக்கு சம உரிமை வேண்டும், பெண் விடுதலை வேண்டும், எவ்வளவோ போராடி இருக்காரு. So we need to make sure we understand what he taught us. He has also taught us to fight against superstitions, மூட நம்பிக்கைகள், and upliftment of weaker sections. சமுதாயத்தில் ஒடுக்கப்பட்ட தாழ்த்தப்பட்ட மக்களுக்காக ரொம்ப கடுமையாக போராடி இருக்கிறார். We should not let all those efforts go waste. அவ்வளோ அவர் கடுமையாக உழைத்து பெற்ற அந்த உரிமைகளை நாம் பாதுகாக்க வேண்டும். So we should ensure, we should always remember such leaders, what they fought for, and we need to make sure those efforts don't get wasted. Anyhow, I also want you to keep your life simple. Sometimes it could get complicated as you go further and further in life. Let me give you one more small story. Okay? One CEO and chairman of a company, very hardworking, very, very rich, from India. So he is working almost 24/7. So he decides to take a break, take a holiday. So he goes to Hawaii. So, and then he relaxes in the beach there. He's lying down on the beach. He is very relaxing. So next to him, again, a fisherman. He is also relaxing next to him in the Hawaii beach. So he looks at that fisherman and tells him, look at this. I'm staying in this 5-star resort. In this resort, you know what the specialty is? There is no Wi-Fi. There is no internet. Because they want us to stay away from our email and web browsing. They have given no internet, no TV. And then in this place, I'm not even receiving my cell phone signal. So no TV, no internet, email, or no cell phone signal, and they are giving me the most natural food, no junk food, right? Most natural food they are giving me in this 5-star hotel. I am paying $1,000 a night to get this, enjoy this facility. To that the fisherman said, sir, I am not spending a single paisa. I am enjoying the same. I don't have cell phone, I don't have internet or email, I don't have TV, and I'm enjoying best natural food directly. Why do you have to work hard for 30-40 years, earn all the money in the world, only to come and lie down next to me in the beach? Both of us are same. Right? Both of us are same. What's the point? So don't lose sight of very important basic things. As you get busy in life, you are going to lose sight of many things in life. But keep life simple. Remember the days when it was not so complicated. So the world goes around. Want to close shortly my speech by mentioning that you have social responsibility. You know what JFK, John F. Kennedy, said? Ask not what the country has given you. Ask yourself what you have given to the country. You should ask yourself, what have you given to this society? The society has given you so much. What have you given your society back? I know it's too early in your life, but have that in your mind. You know, there was a forest fire, right? It's a big forest. A fire has started, a major fire has started. All the animals started running outside the forest. They wanted to escape the fire. The lions, the rhinos, the elephants, all the animals started running away from the forest towards the country so that they can escape the fire. But strangely enough, when they were coming out of the forest, they saw one sparrow, kuruvi, one sparrow flying into the forest. These animals were all wondering and watching what that small little bird was doing. You know what it was doing? There was a nearby pond. It was taking water, a drop in its beak, and then going and putting it on the fire, coming back, taking another droplet, going and putting it on the wildfire. All the animals laughed. The elephant, lions, and every animal laughed at the sparrow. And they told the sparrow, நீ என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? இவ்வளோ பெரிய தீ வளருது, நீ ஒவ்வொரு ட்ராப் போய் அந்த தண்ணி கொண்டு போய் எடுத்து போய் அங்கே போடுறதுனால என்ன பண்ண முடியும், என்ன நடக்க முடியும், நீ யூ ஆர் வேஸ்டிங் யுவர் எஃபர்ட்ஸ் அப்படின்னு எல்லாம் பார்த்து கேலி சிரிச்சுது. அதுக்கு அந்த சிட்டுக்குருவி என்ன சொல்லுச்சு, அந்த தீயை என்னால் அணைக்க முடியுமான்றது எனக்கு முக்கியம் இல்லை, நான் என்னுடைய மன திருப்திக்காக அந்த தீயை அணைக்கிறதுக்கு போராடினேன், அதுவே போதும். இவ்வளோ பெரிய தீயை என்னால் அணைக்க முடியுமா முடியாதுன்றது எனக்கு கேள்வியே இல்லை. அந்த தீயை அணைக்கிறதுக்கு என்னால் முடிஞ்சதை நான் செய்கிறேன். What the elephants could have done, this bird is doing. What is the story here? Our society is filled with corruption, right? ஊழல். Corruption is the biggest problem of our society. That's the major fire in our forest. I want all of you to be like the sparrows. Don't run away. But even small, tiny effort, அந்த ஒரு சொட்டு தண்ணி போதும். If all the animals join together, the elephants have big trunks. They can carry lot more water to pour the water on the fire and put out the fire. But we easily give up. We have a lot more capacity to change this society. But we easily give up. Usual excuse, நாம பண்ணி என்ன நடக்க போகுது, வேற யாரோ பார்த்துக்கோங்க. சொசைட்டியில் கரப்ஷன் பெரிய பிரச்சனை, நம்மளால் ஒன்றும் மாற்ற முடியாது. Somebody else, some other sparrow will do it. No other sparrow will come. You are the sparrow. You are the animal which has to take the water, put it in the forest, and put out the fire. Have this in mind. Corruption is the biggest problem of this country. There's no other problem for us. We have the best minds in the world. We have the best resources in the world. இந்தியாவுக்கு வேறு எந்த குறையும் கிடையாது. It's all in our mind. A country like Japan or Korea doesn't have any resources. Why are they ahead of us? It's just that we don't take the responsibility of putting out problems. So, I want you to think and fight. Fight for what is right. Don't give up. And it's very important that you stay ahead of the curve and make sure you always remember this principle. No rest until you are the best. Thank you.